I love being in social circumstances. I love being around people, I love going to parties and having the crack and all that. But when it comes down to it then, and I really need a brain break, I do love my solitude.
The bliss of solitude. We are the happy headers. I'm the same. I do like company. I like conversation. I can be the life and soul of the party. But then I like to just go away by myself. I can't do the people thing all the time.
Yeah, it gets draining, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
to me it's the bliss of solitude. I have no problem spending an entire weekend by myself.
Wow.
And I've done it. I've gone off fishing. I remember one particular Sunday I was out fishing. I didn't really do well fishing, but I was out the whole day. I brought a flask of tea, something to eat. I didn't see a soul for the whole day. And it was fine.
We used to do that with my dad when we were growing up. He'd bring us fishing sometimes and you'd be just there standing by yourself looking out across the water, and it was just beautiful.
And then you realise he'd gone home without you.
Oh my God. That's shocking altogether. You just left me there.
But you do need that time to decompress, because when you are around people, and then you know you said it, like you feed off the energy of people, but then you can feed off negative energy as well. And I think when you're on your own, you're not influenced by anybody's energy or vibe that's going on. It's just purely you.
Yeah, exactly. And it does give you time to recharge, I think, but not everybody is the same. Let us know in the comments down below, you know, what your preference is. Do you prefer solitude, or do you prefer to be out and about all the time?
But you notice even, and I've known people like this that haven't been able to tolerate silence. Like even when they are on their own, they have to have the radio on or something going.
Yeah, the television on or something like that.
They don't like what's going on in their own heads. They don't like the conversation that's going on in their own heads, and they need to be constantly distracted.
I think that's about self-development though, and self-care, and learning to manage that voice inside, and learning to listen to the critic, and then, you know, put it on trial and say, well, how much
just
evidence
hit it
do
over
I
the head
have
with a hammer or something.
for that? Yeah, it kind of feels like it, the judge's hammer.
But it is a sign that you have stuff going on that needs to be dealt with, needs to be processed and let go. I find too that it does allow you to emotionally self-manage. I always advise people to go for a walk, 5-minute walk in the morning before they do anything else. And set out their stall for the day in their heads. And when you do that, your subconscious mind, which is part of your mind that worries, kind of goes, oh, Paul's got a plan for the day. He knows what his agenda is. Then later on today, go for another walk, another 5 minutes, and ask yourself, how closely did that day go to the way I thought it was going to work out? And if it hasn't, then you kind of go, why? You kind of, well, I took on way too much stuff. I should have spread that out. I should have delegated to somebody else. You get really good at self-managing, observing yourself, how you are, and that's a tremendous asset when you realise how it is that you work. And be able to manage yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, I would go so far. I mean, there's loads of research around this as well, that, you know, when you don't deal with your problems, they manifest in other ways, like heart disease and cancer and all things like that. And I think it's really important to kind of get to know yourself and to be comfortable in your own company as well. I remember never being comfortable in my own company. I always wanted to be around people when I was younger, because I just wasn't comfortable with myself. I used to feel anxious nearly if I was by myself for too long.
Right.
You know, so I think it was more a lack of confidence or a lack of self-esteem or something like that. But as I've gotten older, I've learned to love my own time and my own company.
Yeah.
Do you love your company too?
I do. I love. Because you see,
himself.
I'm a good conversationalist. I like to talk to myself.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I do, I don't do it every week, but some weeks I just get a Sunday paper and a cup of coffee, and I'll sit somewhere and read the paper from cover to cover.
Oh, lovely.
I don't do a whole lot as regards, observing media or listen to the news or anything like that. But sometimes I'll just read and kind of just bring myself back up to speed with what's happening in the world. And it's just me. I could bring the paper out somewhere. I could be sitting beside a canal.
Yeah.
If it's a good day. Yeah. Just sit there and read the paper.
Just by yourself.
From one end to the other.
Yeah, Paul is peeping out over his paper in the park.
Hole in the middle of the newspaper.
It's like a spy. Watch out for him. Let me know if you see him anywhere.
You see, one of the other things I think, though, if you're at home on your own too, is you are You are the custodian of the TV remote control.
Ah, I see. He has
you don't
full control over everything.
You don't have to ask anybody. I think I might switch that over. I'm just gonna flicking.
Flick as many as you
and I
like.
even just watch a whole lot of other things.
Okay.
I do it with YouTube all the time.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the other thing, you can wear what you like
No.
when you're at home.
You're going to go around in your birthday suit.
I could do if it's washed.
If it's washed.
and ironed at my age.
Okay, we're the Happy Headers. Thanks a million for listening.